Dear friends, I'm so happy, as always, to welcome you here in Ukraine House. I'm so happy that we have this special tradition now to have gatherings during the World Bank IMF meetings. And I'm so glad that today, again, with our good friends from the Bank of America, we're doing it together. And it's very special for us because not only we do a lot here together, but we also do a lot in Ukraine together. And I'm very grateful, Bernard, to you and all your team, especially here in Washington, D.C., for working with us on so many priorities and doing this Made in Ukraine reception together. Always happy to have our government friends with us. And we have, again, so many. Dear Secretary Fernandez, so happy to work with you and have you here. I know how packed your schedule is, and for you to find time to be with us really means a lot to us. Also, we have here Erin McKee with us and a number of people from USAID, actually. Thank you for every support and for everything that we do together. Our president of EBRD, we have many European friends actually with us, not just Odile, the president of EBRD, but we have also two special envoys that represent so wonderfully France. Pierre, welcome. And Erica, who represents Netherlands at the development platform, which coordinates on a weekly, sometimes monthly basis, and join resources of all of our friends together in order to do what we need to do after we win the war, to rebuild Ukraine and to win the peace. Now, of course, always, I'm so honored to have the co-chairs of our Ukrainian delegation, our Minister of Finance, Serhiy Marchenko, and the Governor of the National Bank, Andriy Peshny. This is an amazing team, frankly. As the former Minister of Finance, I can definitely say that for the first time ever in Ukraine, we went through the fifth review of the IMF. And those of our diplomatic colleagues in the audience who have programs with the IMF, they know how difficult it is. And they also know how much efforts do we spend now in order to be not just current because we have the funding needs, but also because we are reforming our country for Ukraine. Now, this is a special reception, and I'm moving to the business part of it because, we were thinking what is going to be the theme this time, and we decided that the theme will be Made in Ukraine, and the theme will be about the heroes of this war, in addition to our heroes on the battlefield, our president who leads the nation through this horrible, horrible, full-fledged war, our civil society, everyone, but it's also Ukrainian business, which has not only shown remarkable resilience, not only paid in taxes more than they paid before the full-fledged invasion started, but also is the reason why Ukraine is still so important and so has so much importance for the world. We have with us also our good friend Mark from the Chamber of Commerce here, but also we have the Food Producers Association, Ruslana Rymarska, with us. And she's not only here as a speaker and co-organizer with us, but also with a special message from those who grow food in Ukraine and produce food. Ukrainians has always been a nation of bread growers. We were always peaceful, and we never dreamed about anything else but to live peacefully in our own country, to be a democracy, to elect who we want to elect, to change our leaders on a regular basis, and most importantly, to grow food and grow children. This is who we are. Now, because we were peaceful bread growers, in so many centuries, Russians were able to attack, invade, and destroy us. Once with the Holodomor, with the man-made hunger. Just imagine a country which was a breadbasket of Europe to make millions of people die because we didn't have food, because it was taken from us. So this time we will not allow that, and this time we're not just the peaceful bread growers, we're also very well equipped and armed bread growers. And we still now, on the 974th day of the war, feed more than 500 million people across the globe. That's Ukrainian producers who produce and export food from Ukraine. And this is what we want to focus on today, to say that thank you, first of all, to the United States. God bless all our partners here, from President to Congress, on a very strong bipartisan basis, to everyone in administration, to all American people. Thank you for standing with us. Please continue to stand with us. This is very important to win the war. This is very important to do what we need to do. But also thank you to so many of our European friends and other friends. This is not a Ukraine issue. This is not European issue. This is a global issue which we have to win together because, as Martin Luther King said, the threat to justice anywhere is the threat to justice everywhere. And the threat to peace, territorial integrity, sovereignty, freedom, and everything that we hold dear to our hearts is everywhere. And hopefully, if we are all successful, if we double down now, if we have more weapons and more sanctions for Russia, we will win, and we Ukrainians will move to do what we like to do most, to grow food and feed the world again in much more bigger numbers and together. So thank you very much. Thank you everyone for coming and join us. And Slava Ukraini!
Героям слава!